President Trump has fashioned himself as one of the decade's biggest villains in a confusing new campaign clip. The video, released by a Twitter account called Trump War Room, which itself is reportedly managed by the Trump 2020 campaign, superimposes Trump's grinning face onto footage of Thanos in Avengers Endgame during one of the villain's final scenes. In the clip, two different versions of Trump's head admire Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet before Brolin's voice utters, "I am inevitable." Right after President Thanos' proclamation, the video switches to a clip of Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi discussing the ongoing Trump impeachment inquiry, only for her and several other high-ranking Democrats to promptly get dusted. Trump's team captioned the video, "House Democrats can push their sham impeachment all they want. President Trump's re-election is inevitable." This tweet comes on the heels of the announcement that House Democrats will charge the president with 2 articles of impeachment, specifically abuse of power and obstruction of Congress, which, if it proceeds, would make Trump the 3rd sitting president in United States history to face impeachment. All of this makes the video a pretty confusing take on Trump's political future, and it leads one to wonder whether or not Trump's team has even seen Avengers Endgame. Firstly, there's the fact that Thanos is, frankly, a genocidal maniac who kills his adopted daughter for his own gain and decimates half of the living creatures on Earth. Certainly, Trump's team wouldn't want to liken the president to such a villainous character if they're trying to get him reelected. Secondly, the endgame moment that follows the one used in this campaign clip doesn't exactly work out well for Thanos. Though the tweet makes it look like Trump Thanos is about to achieve victory, anyone who's seen Endgame knows what really happens is quite the opposite. It appears Trump's team may not have realized this, which makes the depiction of Trump as Thanos extra confusing.
He's pretty good at that, right?
This isn't the first time that the president and his team have used a super popular piece of entertainment to push forward his 2020 re-election campaign. Back in April 2019, when the final season of Game of Thrones was dominating the pop culture landscape, Trump uploaded to his Twitter account an image using Thrones' instantly recognizable font. The photo showed the president's back with the caption, "No collusion, no obstruction, for the haters and the radical left Democrats, game over." The meme arrived right after the redacted Mueller report, which documents the findings of former U.S. Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into possible Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. election, as well as other allegations of obstruction of justice by President Trump, first made the news. Game of Thrones network HBO wasted no time responding to Trump's tweet. In a statement released by Deadline, the network replied, "Though we can understand the enthusiasm for Game of Thrones now that the final season has arrived, we still prefer our intellectual property not be used for political purposes." This was HBO's most civil response to President Trump to date. In November 2018, Trump used the Game of Thrones font for an image that read, "Sanctions are coming," in a clear, direct reference to Thrones' famous tagline, "Winter is coming," to which HBO cheekily tweeted, "How do you say trademark misuse in Dothraki?" However, the president's Thrones references were only getting started. In January 2019, Trump carried out the same trick on his Instagram account, this time noting that the wall is coming, rather than sanctions. Unsurprisingly, plenty of people weren't too happy with that one either. This latest effort hasn't sparked any pushback from Marvel just yet, but all in all, the Trump as Thanos video sends a pretty muddled message since Thanos isn't a sympathetic figure, ends up losing Endgame's biggest battle, and then dies. Even in these politically fraught times, most people can probably agree that pop culture and politics should remain separate. After all, where can you escape the news if not a screening of a Marvel flick? But Trump's latest attempt is definitely worth some discussion. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.